I'm Colleen McQuay, and I am part of the Global Reining Sports Group, who produces the Ariat Tulsa Reining Classic. And this is our 10th anniversary, our largest numbers, and we've had a great week with lots of different activities. The Ariat Tulsa Reining Classic originally started with a group of Oklahoma Reining Horse Association volunteers. And up until 3 years ago, that's who managed and produced this event. It was led by Tammy Wagman with the help of a group of the members. And about 3 years ago, because the show had grown in numbers and the requirement of hours and work that it takes to do this, she knew that it was shifting over to more of a management team to produce it. So she asked us if we were interested, and that was about the time that I formed the Global Reining Sports Group, which is a group of enthusiasts that created a vehicle to, I guess the easiest thing to say is to create new things for the reining world. I think the reining horse industry is growing in leaps and bounds at a fast pace, and the most difficult job we have as producers is finding the right facilities, the right calendar dates, and being able to put together the right schedules. Because as I've stressed so many times before, we need to be able to enjoy our sport and not have to be nocturnal and not have to be in conditions that are not comfortable for the horses or the riders, but also for the families that come along to support the riders. And I think we have some good horse shows and some good facilities, and we're on our way to improving our schedules. So I think we're headed in the right direction, but we've got to be very aware that too many shows and too many classes and overscheduling is not good. And so we need to keep that in mind as we perfect our programs. I've been involved as a team member of producing events really actually since the 80s. The North Central Reining Horse Association produced the NRHA Derby for 5 years in St. Paul, Minnesota, so that was my first experience. A lot of what I take to managing a horse show started from being a rider and an exhibitor. Knowing what it's like to walk through that gate, knowing what the schooling area means, what the stabling means, what the office means, scheduling, all of that really originated from me as a rider at major events, both in the hunter jumper world and in the Western world at the Congress and the World Show. So I bring that to the table. I bring my experience to the table that I gained doing the Derby in St. Paul, but mostly my experience has come over the last 15 years with the NRBC. Much of the same team here manages the NRBC, and that has been 15 years of learning how to build a good schedule and a good horse show for the reining horse world. So probably the most important thing I've learned about managing horse shows is to surround myself with a great team. There's just no doubt about it, from the ground crew to the back gate to the person taking the entries, doing the stalls. Every piece of the vehicle is important. And if I've done anything good in my life, it's probably been surrounding myself with good people, truthfully. Anyway, that's it. Good people make good teams.